Welcome to this week's review of the Juan Lopez Selection No. 1 RBT April 08.
I have had a few of them in my little desktop humidor. Always kind of like
That's a ringing endorsement.
Easy draw, not too easy, just a slight restriction there, but okay. Yeah, I'm not going to get
Smithy,
a hernia.
what are you getting?
I get it right on the draw's perfect. Touch of spiciness on the lips and a little sweetness, honey sweetness on the cold draw.
Spicy on the lips, as Smithy said, and yeah, nice and clean.
Well, you know, they're not the prettiest sticks. Let's face it, this is one of the ugliest Juan Lopez No. 1s I've seen. In fact, I don't know how it got here. It's got some hay aspects.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
That grassiness that Warren was.
So, okay, let's get into it. Opening thoughts. Jump in. Whomever.
Hey?
Jump in.
Hey?
Hey? Yes, exactly.
It's got some hay.
Gracias.
Yeah.
Just helping the headache today, isn't it?
He's been suspended for a couple of weeks. He comes back in. He's gone straight to the judiciary again. I can see.
Leopard cannot change its spots. We were saying before, it's just got that peppery spiciness about it. And at the moment, really,
we're spicy for a Juan Lopez No. 1.
Yeah, and
very spicy.
We're just getting that sort of that dry hay kind of a flavour.
Long grass, dry grass stalks, hay, pepper, black and white pepper on the nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a typical start for a Juan Lopez
No. There's no touches of sweetness or anything there.
No. I'm sure that will come through.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's quite body on the.
Yeah, I can't add anything to that. That's exactly what I'm getting.
That's because we're experts, Brendan.
I'd imagine
that's years of training.
Yeah, okay.
And it's one of the reasons.
Don't sit there and take this shit, man.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Honestly,
years of training. Doesn't mean I agree, mate.
That's why we tend to let you guys go first.
One thing I will say about it is, if you like smoke, this will deliver. There's a lot of smoke with this one.
It's very voluminous in its smoke,
it is.
and also it's quite lush in its mouthfeel. To be honest,
yeah.
They love it. Oh, look, Ken Gargett's called. He's at the flower show in Canberra. Hang on. How's the flower show, Ken? Okay, let's do the first third. You're on to the second third, so you can go last this time.
We were talking in the break. One was saying you're getting a bit of creaminess, and I can find that starting to come through now.
Yeah,
it's just hitting its strides, maybe. It's quite.
It's stumbling.
I'm getting.
It's stumbling. It hasn't got strides.
I was going to say
voluminous, mate.
Yeah, the best I reckon you can describe it as stumbling at the moment.
Okay.
I'm struggling with it.
It's a poor example.
Yeah, it is a poor example. It's a little uncoordinated. It's a little bitey on your palate. It's
not quite sure what it wants to be. It's in no man's land, really.
It's floating around.
It's an independent MP in the last few weeks.
Body, guys?
Body.
Medium. Oh, right on medium.
Yeah.
Touch below.
Yeah, medium and straight.
Not smoke, you know.
Still plenty of spice on the nose.
Yeah.
Pretty spicy.
It doesn't rock you well, but I wouldn't say it's a bad cigar.
No, it's not a bad cigar.
No, it's not a good cigar, either.
It's not a great cigar. Where it's going.
Not
an average cigar.
It's an average cigar at the moment. Yep.
Depends what cigars you've had, I suppose.
Good ones.
Good ones.
Always good ones from clubs.
Where do you buy your cigars from?
I've had a lot of good cigars of late. This has been probably the most disappointing I've had in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, no.
Yeah?
We have had one.
I recall Rafael Gonzalez the other day. That was pretty ordinary.
It was a bit rough around the
You
edges.
might be able to remember that one.
We'll come back into the second, third. Not that I'm overly thrilled with the whole thing. So disappointing. Juan Lopez Selection No. 1 should be medium bodied, should have some lovely dry grass, it's almost Cohiba-esque in its delivery.
Yep.
That sweet honey, that beautiful lush mouthfeel, that medium body.
Okay.
Second, third, was it? Since you've been waiting on that second, third for an hour, how's that going?
A bit past second, third now. Still slightly creamy, I suppose. I almost feel like I'm starting to get back to that kind of grassy kind of a flavour again.
Hasn't got the finesse. This one here.
Good call. Yeah.
Such a shame.
It's a grass with a bit of cream.
Oh, such a shame. Such a great cigar. Sweetie, you'd be so-so?
Yeah, look, it's not
your sort of cigar anyway.
It's not. Look, you know, the funny thing is, I don't want to drape the Selection No. 2 in as well. Selection No. 2 I really enjoy as a cigar, and I felt they've gone off the boil of late.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't been happy with them in the last year, and that's why I was really interested in this one to see how they were going. But it's not really.
I disagree with you in the Selection No. 2s. I've had some crackers.
I haven't had much of late.
No.
Like 2 years, 18 months ago, brilliant.
Yeah, they're really
top of their game.
Yeah, that January 08s.
Yeah, all great.
India.
You feel that yours have been a bit underfilled?
Yeah, when you mentioned it before, I'm squeezing it here, and look at this.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
What have we got?
Straight in.
Telescopic lens?
Yeah, what are they?
Yeah, we
Full
all
of
know-
complaints here. Full of complaints. They come here.
Eat my red rolls.
Yeah.
Piss on my
Delicious.
cigars. Honestly.
It'll be back to
Underfilled slightly? I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Although, obviously, when a cigar
it
heats up,
Yeah.
it's going to happen
Yeah.
to the back
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh, it's
It will
happening
soften
early
up a little
on.
bit, yeah.
Let's wrap this review of the Juan Lopez #1 up. Brendan, will you start and finish?
It hasn't changed much, mate. I had to keep touching it up a lot, but it's not
Yeah.
affected the cigar. But it did feel a little underfilled at that last spot there, and it's not just the heat. I felt that really early
Just
on.
a little bit, yeah.
But it hasn't really overwhelmed me whatsoever.
Rate it.
in any way. 88.
For me, the flavour sort of got a little better towards the end. If anything, probably just a little creamier for a bit there. But yeah, I'd probably say around about the same kind of rating at 88. Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm going to be a lot more harsh on it than that. I'll give it an 84. I haven't got too much of that creaminess, those touches of sweet notes I was hoping for really haven't come through. It's remained. I felt it's got a little heavier, so it's moved above medium, but it's still pretty ill-defined, and that strawberry grassiness is there. But that's about the best I can offer at this point in time.
Poorest example I've had in years.
It didn't really
on the first
change.
selection one. I was suspect when I saw the wrapper on this. I didn't like the wrappers on them. I didn't like the aroma of cold on it. The draw was okay to it. It's just been. It's had an underlying bitterness to it
there's
all the way through.
bitterness,
Just an
yeah.
underlying bitterness, very faint.
I'd say buy a box for your mother-in-law.
That's
Yeah.
Bitter.
Okay. Not twisted.
I'm with you. 84. Solid 84. Just way below what I expect out of these, and disappointing
yeah.
for such a beautiful day.
Yeah, beautiful day.
Yeah.
Such a crap cigar.
I'd say the finish was a little better than the start for me.
Yeah, well, the finish was, but that's
Yeah.
what pulled it up from 82.
So
for
the
me.
problem is, the start wasn't good.
Yeah. I'm
So
surprised-
even if the finish is a bit better,
Yeah.
it's
You have
still
to
an
sit
average
through two
cigar.
sides
That's a long
of
way to
rubbish.
get to that.
Yeah.
So it didn't throw any punches that you'd say, "Whoa, that's great." Or no, it just didn't have any excitement aspect to it. Didn't make you stop and think at any stage. It was just a fairly lackluster, underwhelming cigar. And you're going to get these occasionally. This is certainly one of them, and so disappointing. But that's what this review series is all about. Call it as you see it. So far, 84, 84, 88, 88.
Yep.
Until next week. Actually, I'm camping next week, but we'll probably get a review in next week sometime.
I'll do one. You don't have to be here.
Until next week. Excellent. We'll see you then. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
From that review, which would have taken us, what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
An hour?
An hour.
Hey.
I record nothing of that review.
Brendan and I can tell you what you did. What you said.
I suppose my
I
yard
shut off after a little
We
while.
won't be seeing the Rafael Gonzalez review on the
Not even on the
review.
Christmas outtakes.
Christmas outtakes.
People taking my car.
Sorry, a woman just walked past. That's how much interest the cigars actually grabbed from us, right? We're checking out women walking past.
It's Woody Woodpecker, yes.
Woodpecker. Oh, look, Ken Gargett's called. He's at the flower show in Canberra. Hang on. How's the flower show, Ken?
Thereabouts again.
Say it again.
Stuck outside for a cigar.